Hello guys, welcome back to Mark Shrimp Tanks. It is a Saturday morning here in Norway and I thought we'd have a little look at things in the shrimp room today. Guys, it is the day after I was meant to have my operation. Well guys, I'm saying Saturday, is it Friday? It might be Friday. God, I can't remember. Yeah, I was meant to have my operation the other day and it was cancelled. Unfortunately it was cancelled. It was, the doctor said it was something to do with family reasons with one of the people on the team. It was probably the anaesthetist or something like that, if you know what I mean, because I was going to be put under general anaesthetic and they couldn't do it because I think that person wasn't there. So guys, I would have had to wait an entire year to get this done again on the same thing, and I can't wait a year. I just can't wait a year. My vision is so bad, guys. It was tested yesterday because even though my operation was cancelled, I still saw the optician and the surgeon and the doctor, and they tested my vision again, and I'm like down to about 80% vision loss in my left eye. And it's, guys, it's not complete vision loss. What I mean is I'm not getting enough light into my eye because of the bloody cataract. So yeah, it's about 80% vision impairment. When I look at things like writing and stuff, you know, when you go to the optician and you have the writing on the wall and they put on massive letters and stuff, I can't even see the board. The letters are in, never mind the letters. So that gives you an idea of how bad my vision is, right? So yesterday when we were, I'm keeping saying yesterday, maybe it was the day before, when we were there, I was actually sitting there waiting to go in, guys. That's twice. The first time I was on the table. How unlucky am I? I was on the table with a clamp in my eye going to get it done. And then it was cancelled because I couldn't keep my eyeball still. Well, the thing is, guys, the one that was cancelled yesterday was me going in under general anaesthetic, which means I would have been put to sleep, right? And the waiting list for that, as I said, is more than a year, right? So I can go on a cancellation list for if anyone else cancels, but it will still take a long time. So the doctor suggested to me yesterday that maybe we should try again without a general anaesthetic. So, oh my God, please, no. Please, I need to be asleep. And yeah, I sat there for a while and I was like trying to convince myself that, yeah, I can't do it. But then the doctor was a really nice guy and he said, yeah, we'll give you some lovely drugs to calm you down and help you relax and make sure your eyeball, it doesn't move. And yeah, so we've agreed on a date again. It is the 18th of May that we'll have it done the next time. So it is a few months away. And yeah, I cannot wait that long to do stuff in my shrimp room because I've been leaving projects in here until I could get my vision and stuff back. And I just can't wait that long. There's some tanks here that desperately need done. I have one that's still to be set up, the Asian ADA. I'm not sure if I even mentioned that on my channel. We have an ADA tank under here that I'm going to set up, the Asian style filter. We have Tangerine Tiger to reset. We have the one on the window here that has to be reset. We're going to look at these tanks today as well because what's interesting with the one on the window at the back here is it's had no light for weeks and it's as green as it ever has been, guys. So yeah, blacking the tanks out, not feeding the tanks. Yeah, the algae is just persistent as hell. So I thought, guys, what we'd do on this beautiful, I think it's Saturday. God, it shows you when you're not working, guys. You just like one day melts into the next. I think it's Saturday. I'm going to take it easy because my back is horrifically bad today. I tried to lift a washing machine, and yeah, because under here there's a new washing machine. Maybe that should be part of one of the room tours next. We'll have a look at the tanks. I've already pre-fed them for what I can. Some tanks I just can't feed a lot because yeah, if you feed a tank too much, the shrimp will die. So let's have a look at these tanks this beautiful Saturday morning and I'll try and stop rambling. Let's go. Chicka chicka. Bum bum. So beautiful. Bum bum. Chicka chicka. Alright guys, let's go in reverse order today. We're going to start over this side, we're going to go to the middle tank and then that one there. Let me just quickly turn this light off so I'm not blinded by my beautiful face. I know there's a little bit of a shadow, but it is what it is. This tank and this rack are gorgeous. Look at them. Whoop whoop. Yeah, I love the way this side of the room looks. Let me turn this around so you can see the tanks. Let's see. This tank here is doing really, really well. As I said, we put some EDA Amazonia in a bag at the back. Guys, you know what I noticed was the wife the other day, right? She had the washing out, right? And God, that light up there, look at it. She had the washing out, right? And I had to unpack some stuff. And you get bags that people use for putting underwear in, and bras and knickers, and, like, you know, like small stuff. It's like little washing bags. Is that even worse, that picture? Little washing bags. And yeah, I thought, yeah, those ones could be used for aquariums because they have plastic zips. And the mesh was really, really small, guys. So yeah, if you're looking for mesh bags, because I bought these online from Amazon, ones at the back like this, but the mesh size is quite big. If you go and look on eBay or Amazon, you might actually be able to find ones that are meant for washing that have plastic zips, that have very, very fine mesh, right? So yeah, have a look, guys, because I forgot to look the other day and I just remembered. The peanut brain here just remembered. Yeah, so we have a lot of lovely shrimp in this tank. It's doing really, really well. Peace lilies at the side, grow more please. Peace lilies. Guys, by the way, any of you know what these little hard bits are in the middle of the flower? I understand plant biology, but these are hard. I don't know what they are. Anyway, tank's doing awesome. Berry females, blah, 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 you get the gist. Guys, I'm just basically waiting on this ASTA dropping the pH a little bit to see if we can get the shrimp to grow, not the shrimp, the baby shrimp to the mortality rate, to see if we can get the babies to live longer, because the survival rate in this tank isn't great. As you can see, right, it's almost like I don't ever have dead shrimp in here, but I don't exactly have billions of babies either. Like, you look in the soil, you can see the girls here, look at them, like femaled berry shrimp here, but yeah, where's all the baby shrimp? So there's something wrong. I know what it is as well. Guys, we've been hinting at this for years with this kind of stuff, and all it is in a nutshell is saltwater bay shrimps have to be saltwater. As soon as you get over 6.5 pH, your tanks will start to struggle. Right, and I mean baby shrimp will start to struggle, especially if they're babies, because once the soil goes over, it's roughly about 6.5 pH. Anything in the tank like ammonia, even slight amounts, are toxic. Right, so we can't do big water changes in our saltwater tanks because you'll strip the pH out of the water. You basically accelerate the process of you losing the soft waterness. You know what I'm talking about, right? So you'll see that today as well. We're going to have a look at some other tanks where I'm kind of trying to combat this, because yeah, I am sick of it. I'm sick of paying billions and billions and billions for expensive soils. So we need to come up with some kind of way of dealing with it, right? So here is the cherry tank. You see what I mean, guys? The green is just as bad as ever. This light hasn't been on here for weeks. Literally hasn't been on here for weeks. And yeah, the biofilm is the same. Shrimp are the same. You see them all in the middle here. I put some food in. It is what it is. I've been buying a lot of new plants from my room recently. I just have to make sure I water them properly. Let's have a little look. Did any of these guys come to the front? They did. You see them all here? All my mixed pintos. I have a plan for this tank as well. Once you see this other rock over this side over here, come on, whoop, whoop, whoop. Once you see this, I'll explain what we're going to do next with some of these tanks over here too. Because, guys, I was thinking, is there really a point to putting soil in the bag at the back when you could just put the soil on the ground? We'll see what works best. I did put food in this tank, but I think one of them has grabbed it somewhere, but you can see all the shrimp here. Aren't they gorgeous? One of the shrimp has grabbed it and bolted. You see what I did there with all the bolts in the tank? There it is there actually. See it on the filter? Grady mother effer has grabbed the whole thing. Let's see. Has anything? Yeah, this tank has done the same. Put food here and it's gone. I can see the ones at the back are ravenous, so there, one of them has grabbed the food and is bolted. Bolted. Blue boltus. Let's have a look at the pandas. Yeah, it is the same. Where is Tefoods? Can you see it anywhere? No, I can't see it. I can see them at the back a little bit excited, so yeah, they have grabbed it. This tank is empty-ish. It's to be reset. This is just a leak test. We talked about this before. Tangerine tigers. This tank is doing really, really well now. We should do this as a colour video really soon, guys, because there is a lot of goldens in here and they're actually getting quite big. To the size that we need to start culling or they'll start breeding in here, because they're at that size. Yes, let me see, I did put a piece of food in here to see if they would come to it. I can see one of them there, another one on the leaf there. Yeah, there's only like 5 shrimp in this tank. One big buried female. Looking good. If you're wondering what these little balls are here, is ADA fertilizer pellets. Right, let's look at this tank here and we'll start to talk about the things that we were mentioning a second ago when we were talking about adding soil to the tank. I thought, guys, the other day, instead of adding bags of soil to the back, why don't I just put it on the frickin' soil? Because look, when you come in here, right, and you look at the tanks like this, how much better does that look when the substrate is black? It looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Now, it's not mega even yet, and I didn't level it purposefully, because the snails and stuff in here will do that themselves. There's no point me messing with it if I don't have to. Yeah, and we were talking about how we're going to lower the pH and whatnot. Yeah, so this is the way we're going to do it, adding some soil. We've done it in other tanks where we've proven that you can add soils to the tank that are already up and running, as long as you're not like mad crazy over 7 pH with a soft water tank. It's fine to do this. You add a little bit at a time. In this tank we added, I think it was maybe 2 litres of soil to this tank yesterday. You can see it here. It looks a lot more than 2 litres, doesn't it? But it is only 2 litres. I measured it. So at the back on this side, we have a big bag of soil here, and I think this was also 2 litres. This is ADA Amazonia 2, right? So that's 2 litres, 2 litres. This thing at the back here was Fluval stratum, and it was also probably about 2 litres, right? So this tank has had a lot of soil, new soil added to it, probably 6-7 litres of soil. What was interesting, guys, the other day when I checked the ADA Amazonia bag, was actually on it, the recommendations that they have is 9 litres of ADA soil for, I think it's like a 50 or 60 litre tank. The dimensions that it said, it was like 30 times 30 by 60 kind of thing. I don't think I have one of the bags here, but I think from my memory, you know how bad my memory is, I think that is what they recommended. So yeah, what we're adding in these tanks is a very, very small amount, right? So for this tank, for example, guys, the base on this, you're probably talking I should add maybe, I don't know, 18 litres of soil, something like that, to this tank. And that would be very, very conservative. To give you an idea, look, we started doing it with some of the other tanks as well. See all the shrimp at the back there in the corner. This is what I mean, guys. I put food in for you to see them, and you take the food and they bolt. This is one that actually has it here, the wee bastard. What are they trying to eat here? Look, this one has it. It has the food. So you get the idea, guys. I'm going to go for is we're actually going to add the soil to the front of the tank. It makes the tank look better as well. If you're wondering what these little things are, I mentioned it before. These are the ADA Amazonia pellets, and I did actually push them into the soil in all of the tanks, and they've come to the top again, which is weird. It does say on the bag that they're meant to go under the soil, but I actually pushed them in with my finger. So it's 50 litres, no sorry, it's 50 grams of these pellets per bag of soil, and you're meant to use 1 9-litre bag of soil per tank. So it shows you the deficit that we have with adding stuff. We're just not adding enough. Let's have a little look over here. This was a mixed Galaxy German spotted head tank. Remember we were doing a little experiment. I actually did see babies in here yesterday for a change, which was really nice to see little like blue and black pintos running around. But then I added this soil, right, so don't be surprised. But yeah, the last time we looked in here you didn't see anything, but today we do. Again, I pushed these pellets into the soil and they've come to the top. Fresh molt over there. These guys are the same. I put food here and you can see they've taken it all to the back. Always the same. Yeah, so we're going to try and beat this pH thing, guys. We're going to try and beat it because I know that you guys know how much of a pain in the ass this is with this kind of thing. When your pH starts to go in your tank, you're basically, I don't know, you're like kicking a dead horse kind of thing, trying to beat this thing. What's the saying? What is that saying? Guys, let me know in the comment section if you know what that's saying. Beating a dead horse, beating a dead dog, I don't know what it is. Beating a dead donkey, maybe? God damn it. What is Mark talking about? Beating donkeys and stuff in the video. So here is our little, our little relay tank, and these guys were so slow, guys, to grow. But in the last 2 weeks, I've been doing extra big water changes in here. I can actually see that some of them are buried now. There's a couple of them that are buried, and they were very, very small to start with. But yeah, so if you want your shrimp to grow, you need to do a bigger water change. Again, guys, this is a hard water tank. You cannot do big water changes. The same in a soft water tank. Capiche? So this tank was a real mess the last time you've seen it. And let's be very honest, guys, I have not touched the tank, but you will see a big difference. You see it? I know there's glare and stuff, so you can't really see. But, yeah. Any waste that I have in my tanks, guys, goes into here, like duckweed and plant mass and whatever else. And the crayfish and the other inhabitants in here, they eat everything, right? So if you look at this duckweed, look at the length of the roots. It's the shortest roots you'll ever see. It's basically like 4 or 5 mil, which is very, very short, right? So that shows me that the shrimp are eating everything. Let's have a look at another tank where we have some longer duckweed. You see it here, look. Look at the difference in the length. This stuff is 4 or 5 centimeters long. Is that an indicator, guys? I do notice on my friend's tanks, Peter, hello Peter if you're watching, that in a lot of his tanks, that a lot of the duckweed roots are very, very short. So I wonder if that's one of the things, like, maybe we're feeding our shrimp too much, guys. If that's an indicator, maybe you could use that as an indicator, duckweed, to show if you're feeding your tank too much. Like for example, like this one, the roots are very long. Lots of nutrients in the water. The shrimp are not eating it. Maybe we're feeding them too much. Wouldn't it be awesome if it was that simple to do this kind of stuff? But that's what I love about shrimp keeping is we're always learning from each other, this kind of thing. Guys, let me know again in the comment section if you have noticed the same kind of thing. Let me turn you around. Alright, let's have a little look at our mixed tank here. This actually got a little water change the other day. Little bit of string algae in the middle, but it's not too bad. Shrimp are doing great. I did see babies in here the other day as well, which was pretty awesome. Calcios. Hello, calcios. Yeah. Oh, they're all over here in this corner. If you can see here, can you see past all the glare in there? Yeah, that's the problem with shrimp keeping, guys, is you add food to the tank and the shrimp take it to the back. Let's have a little look at our tank, the Val tank with the Blue Dreams. Yeah, we added some fertilizer pellets to this, but it's still a little bit slow, guys. I'm not sure about this tank. Let me know in the comment section as well. Do you think this should have grown a little bit faster than it has done, or am I just not being patient enough? It's been roughly set up for, I don't know, what, 5 weeks, something like that. Some of it has died off, you can see here. but there's a lot of new growth as well. I think I just have to be a little bit patient. I do notice that the rabbit snails love to eat all the bits that fall off. You see it? All these little melted stuffs. One of the girls is buried. Looking good, but yeah, that is all there really is to see in this tank. Let's have a little look over here at the Opae Ula, the Opae Ula. Full tank shot. Right, I did put food in here, but I have no idea where it is. I actually put it on this rock. Sometimes, guys, when I film, I like to put the food up high so it makes the shrimp swarm. I did actually put it on that rock, but I cannot see anywhere where it is. They're like not all sitting in one spot. They couldn't have eaten already because I just put it in before we started filming. But there's a lot of babies in this tank. See, if you look up here, if you have very good vision, you'll see all the babies in the water column, just hanging, and like they're in suspended animation. You see them? So cool. Here's this tank at the side, by the way, with another angle. You want to see it. I wonder where the food went in this tank. Where did you go? I don't see it down the bottom here, so yeah, that's a bit odd. Let's have a little look at our Blue Dream tank. It's doing really good, actually. As I said in the last video, I tried to put some plant in, a white plate in here so you can see all the babies. I think you probably can see the babies now. Quite a lot of buried shrimp. And guys, I wonder if we might run into a problem here with this tank, and that is the size of it. Because remember, we were looking at the little Rilly tank over here, not my freezer over that. I'm just pointing in that direction. Yeah, the Rilly tank. The issue I'm seeing in that little tank is the shrimp are staying small, and I hope that's not what's going to happen in this tank. Because there is a lot of babies in here, and I mean, I feed this tank a lot. Let me move this out the way just a bit so you can see. They cut all the shrimp in the hornwort and all over the sponge filter. Jesus, there's a lot of shrimp. You see them? Big buried mamas, shrimp up here. There's a lot of shrimp in this tank. So I think maybe one of the next videos that we shall do is maybe maybe a cull first. Right, we'll cull the tank. I'll use my extra magnifying glasses in this as well. Magnifying glasses. And we'll have a look, and we'll see what we can see here. Guys, I can't even see the shrimp with at all when I'm looking with my eyes. So hopefully you guys can see something here. I can make out the shapes, but yeah, that's about it. I can see some of the baby shrimp here. There's some baby shrimp on the plate. There's a lot in these ceramic rings. Yeah, we'll try and do something with this next. But yeah, what we're doing with this tank is working in this tank here. Let's go to the green jades. It's working here as well because I'm seeing the same thing happen in this tank that happened in this tank like more than a month ago when we started doing the powdered feeding. I'm getting babies, guys. Look at all these little babies. When have I ever had a green jade tank with loads of babies? Look at all the little babies and the adults. I'm actually seeing them on the sponge filters at the back as well, little babies. So it's awesome. It just shows you guys that how feeding the shrimp can make such a difference. Because I didn't have the success with neos until we switched to that powdered feeding. I can see some of the males in here that we need to cull for sure. Let's go down to our super crystal reds. We're almost at the end of this rack. Yeah, look at them go over here. We need to do something with this tank, guys. It's okay. There's a lot of shrimp in it, but I would like it to be a bit more bushy with plants. Guys, let me know if you have any ideas for this, if we need to add something to this box to make it a bit more bushy or whatever. Because you'll see in the blue bolt tank next that the saltwater tank is taken over. Maybe that's what we should add to this tank, some saltwater tank. I'm going berserk over here. You see what I mean? How this is just so full, look. Bizarre. This is just full of saltwater tank at the back. Blue boat's going berserk, like always. Aren't they awesome? Switching oxidator in the middle there. Guys, I have a video on this because a lot of you always ask me, what is that glass thing? Search for it. What is a switching oxidator? Let's get up to the chair and we'll have our final thoughts for today's video, guys. Alright guys, let me know in the comments section if you have enjoyed today's video, and also let me know, guys, what you think of the shrimp room. What else could I change? What could I improve? Because I actually love doing these, what would you call them, impromptu videos where nothing is really planned. We just come in, we chew the fat kind of thing, drink some coffee on a beautiful Saturday morning. I'll try and get this video out today if I can get it edited quick enough. But guys, have an awesome weekend, and you know, let me know in the comment section what you think about everything. Blah 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 blah. Bye, SHRIMPFAM.